Gina Chumesi here, your favorite sadness practitioner, coming at you again with another video highlighting toxic, narcissistic, high conflict type relationships, and with a little touch on recognizing in this particular video sadist, narcissist, sadist, malignant narcissist. The key to this personality presentation is that they derive joy from seeing you suffer, from seeing you dysregulated, from seeing you getting twisted into a pretzel and all of that because you're a people pleaser and you want to make good the relationship, especially if it's a long-term relationship, if it's a marriage, if it's a relationship that you have kids together, you're just trying to have some type of reasonable momentum in regards to different things like pickup times or how finances are allocated or bill payment or heavy lifting with the kids or parent teacher conference or going to groceries, like everyday things, groceries, or doing the laundry, cleaning the house. Where do we get help from? How do we save? But things that just like a lot of time, because these people are very into controlling you because you are just the best target for them, because you're rattled up so easily because of your own anxious attachment, because of your own childhood stuff that maybe you're working on healing. If you're healing, you're still in that very touchy space, or you're experiencing a lot of overwhelm and there's many days that you're just not okay. Like I say all the time, sometimes it's okay to not be okay. But this person, if you know and notice that personality type and you're in relationship with that, they are not a great resource for you to open up about the fact that you're overwhelmed or because they're just gonna weaponize that and make it even worse for you and perpetrate more anger, more irritability, more resentment, more of all the negative emotions, because they're gonna gaslight you. They're gonna make you question your own reality constantly. They're gonna make you feel like you are the crazy one, all with the end goal to continue to push you down, to run you down to the ground, to minimize you. Your personhood is very insidious to make you feel constantly less of yourself. Other people see you like, oh my God, you're such a beautiful girl. You're so outspoken. They're like, oh no, don't listen to them. I don't even know why people came to see you. I don't even know why your work they even give you this promotion. I don't even know, in very subtle way, maybe not even the way I say it, but they derive joy in seeing you cry. They will literally destroy your birthday, your special days. They will alienate you from your friends, from your family. They will badmouth close people to you in order to keep you pinned to them. And if you're that type with healing stuff or stuff that you still need to heal from or haven't healed from, or you yourself are in a space where maybe you're not started the journey of awareness of what's happening to you, you might think that you are the problem, that something is wrong with you, and you will take on this role of like the savior, trying to let them see. But the whole time, they're not going to see. The more you try, the more they catch us. It's this seesaw. It's like you go up and then you go down. You go up and then you go down. It's like, or like you're just like on this wheel. You're like sometimes like fast and sometimes slow, and they slow you down, and then while you're slowed down because you're just being so fast, and all of a sudden just imagine it fast and then slow, or zigzag, the saw that has the zigzag at the edge of it. You feel literally crazy all the time. You feel dizzy. You're like, oh, what just happened? Like, did I hear you right? What did he say? And then he said, oh, I didn't say that. What do you mean? You need to go get help. Like, you need to go see somebody, because I think you're losing your mind. I think you're crazy. I think you have a problem. Like, really have a problem. Like they'll say things like that to you. They'll say like, "Oh my God, you're just always full of it. Like, are you on your period? Like, you need to go seek some help. Like, what is the matter with you? Like, did you not sleep well last night? Oh, I think you need to go take your pills. Did you take your meds today? Like, what's the matter?" And you might not even be on your meds, but they might start to make you feel like you need to take meds, or they know the med that's on the counter is a vitamins, but they might say something alluding to the fact, "Oh, you're taking that medicine, how that makes your crazy go away." Now they're gonna make you feel like you're crazy. I mean, they're saying this. Sometimes they're laughing or they're smiling. What they say, you're like, "This is not funny," and you are overwhelmed already because you're doing all the work, the right works that need to be done with yourself or with the kids or whatever is going on. But that they're like, no, saying, "Oh my God, how can I help you? Do you need any help? Do you need me to take anything off your plate today? Or like tomorrow I'm gonna do XYZ just so you can rest a bit." No, they're not offering you that. Or anyway, they're like acting cold, distant. They're stonewalling if you're like, "What's going on?" They're gonna like throw it out like, "Oh my God, 2 days ago, didn't you remember you did da 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 da?" They're gonna just deflect from the matter in front of you and completely go to something that happened like a decade ago and start reveling on that. And you're like, all of a sudden you're having an argument on something that happened years back, and you're like, oh, all of a sudden you're like caught up in that, trying to defend yourself constantly and crying, stressed out. You don't even realize in that moment how your body is in stress mode, and the matter at hand just is not resolved. And you're like, oh, and then you go back to my like, "Oh my God, that matter never got resolved because we got caught up in 10 years ago issue because it deflected you. You didn't even realize that moment it deflected. You're like, are you recognizing how the sadist literally is weaponizing your vulnerability? This is a very harmful, cruel personality style. It's a personality style. They used to be in the DSM-5 years back, like many years back, but they took it off because they didn't want the court system to have to base people's decisions to do bad stuff to be based on the fact that they are sadist. But sometimes they can pull some of that presentation into cases. They get joy, they get great satisfaction from having that. They have zero conscience. They're it is very I can't even find my words. They'll harm you, no conscience, they're arrogant, they're vengeful. You cannot resort to trying to have traditional ways to resolve conflict with these people. They lack capacity for empathy. They're very vengeful. They're impossible to deal with. They're emotionally, spiritually, psychologically abusive. Many of them don't use physical abuse. Only a small percentage might use physical abuse because it's obvious, but a lot of the tactics are psychological, emotional on you and on your children. And they have a lot of fun. They will literally laugh in your face, or they might laugh emojis while you're crying or asking them about something that's literally pertinent. Okay, you are with a person who is evil, wicked. They want control and domination. You're finding that person is constantly finding joy in your misery. These are 4 criteria out of 8 that qualifies people who do this. So they humiliate and demean people in other people's presence. 2, unusually harsh treatment in disciplining someone under their control, perceived under their control. Use of physical cruelty to establish dominance. Amusement in torturing people or animals. If you notice any person torturing animals, that part too. Operate under intimidation or terror to get others to comply to them. It's talking about complying. The other things, so 4 out of those 8 will be, they lie and inflict pain. They restrict autonomy of people. They don't want you to have your autonomy. Fascination in violence and weapons. The last one is power and control. Yep. You have to recognize it for